Hello, hello, hello. Do you find it difficult to forgive yourself for past mistakes? If so, I can tell you, you are not alone. There are so many people that are holding on to regret, shame, pain, and so much resistance to the past. Today, we are going to journey through Ho'oponopono. It's an ancient Hawaiian ritual that ends up helping you to cleanse and find a place of forgiveness and self-love and self-compassion. It's one of my favorites. Let's go. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Mattain, Attain the Life You Desire show. I'm your host, Manal and I want to welcome you to how to forgive yourself. It's all about forgiveness today. And we're going to be exploring Ho'oponopono 101. Before we get started, I want to invite you. One of the things that a lot of people hold is anxiety. So not forgiving themselves gets projected into the future. And anxiety is ultimately fear of the unknown, fear of the future. I want to invite you to go to my website. My new book is being launched September 30th, 2023. And I want you to go see the first chapter and be part of this journey with me. It's called Transcending Anxiety from Fear to Freedom. I invite you to go to www.mattain.me/begin now and get your free first chapter of the book so together we can transcend anxiety. So let's talk about forgiveness. Let's talk about not being able to let go of the past. First of all, I want you to recognize it is normal. It is a normal course of life for us to pick up baggage and things from the past, for us ultimately to learn how to let go. This is what the human journey is all about. So the first thing it's one of the things that I just so feel like it's so important for us all to recognize. There is nothing broken. This is the design. This is the human design. So for you to feel anything, it means that you're human. So it's absolutely fabulous. And for you to hold on to the past is also absolutely normal. Life has conditioned us. We came in as little wee babies, 100% dependent on others that came in as little wee babies, who also came in and were dependent on other people that were little wee babies. And in that cycle, we've picked up misbeliefs, we've picked up resistance, we picked up stories, we picked up abuse, maybe we picked up trauma, picked up a lot of different things. But when we recognize and move it from the lens of something being bad that happened to us, being victim to it, to recognizing, oh, this is just the unfolding of life. This is just what life is. Life is all about us mislearning or picking up other things so we can ultimately learn to evolve and to grow. And I love looking at it from the four bodies, the egoic body, the mental body, the emotional body, and the physical body. And so what are we supposed to learn from the egoic body? We're supposed to recognize that we don't have control, that control is an illusion. And ultimately what we have is trust. We have our ability to calibrate internally to whatever we want, but the external, we don't have control. So the egoic body is here to teach us this. We also pick up from society and from our conditioning this identity. It could be our skin color, it could be our culture, it could be our religion, it could be anything. It could be academic, it could be anything. So where you are ranking, it could be anything. And ultimately, what we also want to detangle from, as well as this illusion control, is that our value and our worthiness is not a function of our identity. It's a function of the beauty of who we are, that we are unconditionally worthy, that we are unconditionally beautiful, that we're unconditionally loved. And so our egoic bodies here is that it teaches us that we are what we are and life is beautiful. We're also, when we have those with our mind, it's where we process our thoughts and our logic. We learn from going from self-judgment to self-doubt to ultimately self-acceptance and self-love. Our emotional body, where we may carry a lot of the repressed emotions, fear, we might carry anger, we might carry these stories, these emotional stories that something was wrong or something bad happened to us or we are bad, that we learn how to change and shift that fear into freedom, to shift that feeling of anger into worthiness, to shift that sadness into love. So our emotional body is a teacher for us to look from external to internal. And our physical body is where we carry a lot of pain and a lot of resistance to our physical bodies and to our journey, where we learn again that it's not about our physical body. It's not about how we look. It's not how we present. It's about who we are. And finding that internal calibration to, again, that worthiness and that love and the flow and the beauty. So what is a beautiful tool? Ho'oponopono is an absolutely beautiful tool to cultivate self-acceptance, self-compassion, self-love, understanding, desire. Ho'oponopono, like I said in the introduction, it's an ancient Hawaiian practice of reconciliation and forgiveness. And ultimately, there is nothing to forgive because there is nothing wrong. So that's a premise I want you to hold, is that Ho'opono is going to show you how to journey, and we're going to go through the 4 steps together. But ultimately, holding it from that there's something wrong that we need to forgive is one of the first shifts that will facilitate Ho'oponopono coming from ease. So the first step of Ho'opono, it's 4 steps, and Ho'opono is all about, it means, I am sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. So we're going to go through those 4 again, and I'm going to say it again. Ho'opono is, I am sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Those 4 steps correspond so closely with my 5-step process. So I'm going to talk about them both in the same. So the first is I'm sorry. So let's get that premise is it's about forgiveness, but if we recognize that there's nothing to forgive, that this is life, that life is unfolding, that whatever has happened to us is for us to grow and for us to calibrate from external to internal. And that's exactly the design of the human journey of life. So this I'm sorry becomes an expression of awareness. Just awareness. Awareness of your 4 bodies, awareness of the egoic body, awareness of the emotional body, emotion of the mental body, emotion of the physical body, and just awareness that it is, and that you're recognizing and seeing the situation, your body, yourself, another person, for what it is. I'm sorry is just such a liberating. It's taking responsibility. So I am sorry. I am empowered. I am taking responsibility. I am owning the intention, the belief, the action. It's really, really powerful. But again, I want to remind you, I'm sorry for nothing being wrong. So there's this little paradox that I keep introducing. So I'm sorry becomes liberating. It's not that you're bad, not that something is bad. It's just a recognition of awareness, of knowingness. I'm sorry. Very powerful. I am sorry. Step 2 is please forgive me. Please forgive me. And it's not about seeking forgiveness because it's nothing wrong. There's nothing broken. You're not looking at it from an external source, but you're just forgiving yourself. You're forgiving life. You're recognizing that there's nothing wrong. There's nothing broken. I'm not broken. And you're removing that resistance that you hold. So through the first step, I'm sorry. Nothing's broken. But I take responsibility. I own. I am empowered. And then please forgive me. It's not about asking somebody to forgive you. It's about you finding surrender within yourself. Very powerful. It's about acknowledgement of what's my step 2 is usually acknowledgement of recognizing that once you say I'm sorry, what's unwanted, you go to what's wanted, which is forgiveness. peace, ease, acceptance. But again, it's you taking responsibility, owning it. Uttering these words are just really powerful. Step 3 is thank you. Thank you. Whether gratitude, which means that you're overcoming something, or authentic appreciation. It allows such a release. That thank you, which is step 3, is usually that step of appreciation. In the Mattain speak, it's appreciating life. It's appreciating unfolding. Appreciating that everything that happens to you is to guide you to truth. It's to guide you within. It's to guide you internally. For you to recognize that there's nothing broken. Life is just the way it is. I'm appreciative that I am here, that I am breathing, that I am seeing, that I'm owning, that I'm responsible, that I'm empowered. And again, it's not intellectual. It's by feeling it. So you might be journeying through your body and looking at a particular instance and saying, I'm sorry. And just feeling that until you can feel that release and that you truly feel sorry. And then that please forgive me. And again, it's not an external forgiveness. It's that internal. They're all steps towards surrender. And then step 4 is ultimately, I love you. This phrase is just so beautiful and so powerful. And again, it's not directed to others. It's not to the external. It's to self. It's allowing, which is step 4 and 5 of Mattain, is letting go and surrender. That I love you. The self-compassion, the self-acceptance, the self-allowing. Those 4 steps, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, are just 4 steps that give you an increased level of self-awareness, self-discovery, self-acceptance, self-release, and then self-love. When you journey through that, it's all about meditating and feeling through your 4 bodies, surfing through your 4 bodies, how it feels to ultimately say, I'm sorry. And again, it's not forgiving. There's nothing to forgive, but it's releasing. It's please forgive me, not asking somebody else to forgive you, but for you to release and find that surrender. Thank you is finding that gratitude and appreciation for self, from self. And ultimately, I love you. Ho'oponopono is so powerful. I have a course on it, an Insight Timer, that goes through Ho'oponopono in different phases of your life. It's about your body. It goes Ho'oponopono about yourself, your body, self-love, I think relationships. It's a really powerful course. So I invite you, if you're interested in learning more about Ho'oponopono and how you can free yourself, to go to that. So have fun recognizing there is nothing broken in life. There is no need to forgive, because forgive means that there's something broken. But if you want to play with an ancient Hawaiian ritual that is designed to help you find the surrender and the beauty and the ease of life, you play with Ho'oponopono and go through, please forgive me, I'm sorry, thank you, I love you. From a place of empowerment, from a place of seeing, from a place of self-understanding. I hope you enjoyed this journey and that you felt, not intellectually, but you felt the shift in self-understanding and self-love. If you'd like this, I think you will love my book, Transcending Anxiety from Fear to Freedom. It is coming out September 30th. Go to my website and get a preview of the first chapter, www.mattain.me/begin now. That's www.mattain.me/begin now to get your free copy of my first chapter. So excited to find self-acceptance, self-love, and move all of our resistance emotions to freedom with you. My love, always.